Alright, we're going to assemble the panels now. Your kit should come with some glazing bead, 2 angles. Note on these angles, you have a top and a bottom angle. The bottom angle is a little bit taller on one side than the top angle, and I will show you how those go here in a little while. It'll come with 8 screws, 2 bottom inserts, 2 rubber bumpers, 2 wheels, and a handle. The first thing you're going to do is assemble your handle. You're going to want to make sure this little piece is pointing toward the back of the door, because if it points toward where your mortise lock is, it'll bind and it will not work right. Okay. Alright, and on your parts for your panel, these are going to be your parts for your vent, these are going to be your parts for your fixed. The parts go like this. These are the interlocks. Note that your fixed parts are going to be a 1/4 inch longer than your vent parts, so whenever you do finish glazing your panels, you can measure them and the overall tallness will be a 1/4 inch difference. Also note that on the vent panels, there are little crescent moons cut out. On the vent top rail, there is weather stripping for prevention of airflow. That's going to always be glazed up, and that's going to be glazed in. Also, whenever you're glazing your handle needs to be glazed up and in. And on your fixed rail, it needs to be glazed down. We're going to go ahead and start with the fixed panel. I mean the vent panel. And it's very, very simple to cut this glazing bead. What you do is across the top, you're going to want to measure about halfway and make a little mark on it so you know where it's at. And you have to make these cuts as straight as possible. When you're cutting 3/16 or 1/4 inch, there are 2 little lines on the glazing bead. You're going to want to cut to that second line, just through it. And if you're cutting a 5/8 glazing bead, it's all glazed the exact same way. It's just cut different. On the 5/8 glazing bead, it has 4 little lines on the inside. Whenever you cut, and remember to make sure you cut as straight as possible. You're going to want to cut all the way through just to the last line. Okay? And when making your second cut, you have to make sure that that is straight across. And whenever you're done with your 5/8, it'll look something like that. Now, when glazing the panel, start with the top. You always want to make sure your top is where the pieces come together, so that it's sealed on top, and that'll keep, water or any other kind of things from coming inside of your door. And whenever you're cutting the glazing bead, when you pull it down this side, you're going to want to come up about a 1/4 inch, or just enough to make the turn. You don't want to pull this stuff too tight, because if you do, it will not glaze right. If you got 5/8 and you pull it too tight, the seal will not seal right, and you'll have air leaks in it. Okay. And we're going to repeat the same thing. Make a little notch about a 1/4 inch up. Just cut it. Make sure it's through both sides. Wrap it around. And wrap it around. Alright, you're going to want to cut this off as straight as possible. Note that if straighter the better, it'll seal. A lot better if you cut it straight. Alright.